So it is officially the end of an era. Power Book 2 Ghost has officially ended. And I know the season was cut short. For me, it was really rushed, I think, towards the end. At first, I was kind of shocked that Tariq let Carter live, considering everything he's done and how dangerous the guy is. But as the episode progressed, I could see that negotiating and finding dirt on him was the smarter play. Tommy probably would have shot him without thinking about the consequences. Kanan would have probably shot him. Ghost would have probably negotiated, trying to see how we can use him against it. See how we can use him to his advantage, and if someone takes him out, take him out. Like how he used two of it to take out Dre. Didn't even have to do anything. He just used Two Bit's desire for revenge against Dre and took out his enemy. Now, by the end of the episode, people are talking about Tariq's ghost now. Like, I don't know if I really buy that. I would have needed at least one more season to build up to that. Because I don't buy it with this character. Tariq is not a gangster. He's not hood. He's not street. He's the spoiled son of a rich guy who has no experience in the streets. He's not Ghost. He'll never be Ghost. Now, to be clear, the guy he was talking to said like a ghost. Doesn't make him like his father was. So, just want to throw that out there. So, the end of the episode, they set up Tariq basically going to Chicago, team up with Tommy, probably to rescue his girl. Disappear at the end of book 4 Force. Last season 2, I think it is. So we'll probably get Tariq in a couple episodes of that. There's some other people Tommy can call upon, like Kadeem from season 6, Jesse Williams' character. Like he's his ex-husband in the original Power series. I don't think Tommy and Two ever got along, but he could probably use him because he knows the streets, and he's Two Bit, so. He got Diamond now, so Diamond is basically what he wanted James to be in the streets. So I guess Diamond could be like a ghost type character, maybe. I don't know. I prefer to think of Diamond as his own character instead of just saying, "Oh, like Tariq is Ghost now." And now Tariq is Tariq. Tariq's a cool character. He had a lot of development over the past 4 seasons of this series. For me, I think the moment he picked up Angela's gun in season 2 or 3, it was pretty clear to me that this was always the plan for the character. Because if you look back at the original series, he was mad young when they start. I'm like, this kid really grew up in this series. I'm like, wow. Like, it's kind of funny looking back in the original series and like being like, damn, this little kid's gonna grow up to be a freaking murderer. Now, at the end of season 2 of Force, Claudia gets sent to jail, and people are going after Victor. Claudia gets shanked in jail, so we don't know if she survived or not. I'm guessing Force will be back like maybe mid 2025. Raven Kanan should be back in the winter season for season 4. And Ghost has officially ended, so that series is done. Until whatever new spinoff they're doing is announced, because there's going to be another one. They have so many characters alive, so they're definitely playing some. No. Some of the craziest junk happened in this episode, in the series finale. Dirty Diana done shot Anya, innocent girl, just to get back at Noma. What she had to do was aim a little higher and shoot Noma instead. This crazy broad shot an innocent girl. No, she knew how it would feel. Dirty Diana. Jesus, man. I was like, whoa, what the frick? I can't believe Trigger's gonna have a kid with this crazy broad. My Jesus Christ. Man, you should be glad she lost the kid. Man, she had a freaking daughter and she was as crazy as her. Yeah. Probably as homely as she is too. Yeah. Jesus. I think Tariq should have ended up with Lauren. You know, she left the series before season 3, so I think they were a pretty good match. I didn't really like him with that because she just couldn't be trusted. And during Diana, I never really liked the character anyway, so I'm glad they parted ways and are no longer doing whatever. Never thought I would actually find myself rooting for Kane of all characters because I kind of hated his guts in the beginning of the series. I was kind of hoping Tariq would take him out, but looks like they got other plans for the character. Despicable Drew kind of wanted to get the axe. I wanted Diana to go. I've been cheering for her to go for a minute. I really couldn't stand that character. She's in pain. She's crazy. She's crazy. She's nuts. It's like when we lost Monet this season, I saw it coming a long way. Someone's going to go. It's going to be someone that's not as much of a major player, but to the point where it'll have an impact on the characters. For a minute, I thought it was going to be Tasha, but she's in witness protection, so there was no chance of that happening. So I figured, one day, she went down with like 5, 6 bullets to her damn chest. I'm like, Jesus. So one way to go. Damn. It was pretty sad. Again, once you see flashbacks for characters, you know their time is pretty much up. They showed flashbacks throughout the season. I figured this was our last season. Didn't know when she's gonna go. I thought she was gonna go last season. She got shot there too. Because like Renee wasn't really crazy. She took action when it was absolutely necessary. But Dirty Diana, she's gonna be a serious problem for whatever spinoff is next. Truth might have to take her right out because if it was that crazy broad, continue to breathe, she might snap and kill his mom next. So something's got to be done about her. It's like Effie and Braden are going to be still be moving product at the university. I've seen some comments feeling like, oh, well, how did Tariq do Braden and Effie dirty? Like, Effie deserves every negative comment she gets because she can't be trusted. That's what Braid needs to be punched in the gut because he's a freaking druggie. He needs a punch in the gut every once in a while. Doesn't mean they're not friends. It's how men treat each other. Like no one needs to be caught. So I have had no issues with that. Like I don't think Tariq can really take the risk of Brandon messing shit up because he wants to sniff some more product. Like look for Tommy's mother's in the hospital. It looks like JP and him are going to be estranged for a while. I don't think Tommy cares one way or the other. And D-Mac, he's crazy. I don't know what they're going to do with that character. The kid is insane. He's nuts. Couldn't even keep him in a freaking military camp for crying out loud. So, like, I don't know what they're going to do with that. Tommy definitely going to put a team together to get the girl back. Definitely going to go to war with Miguel and the rest of the CVI. So I'm kind of excited for that. It's not going to be till like at least early mid 2025. Raising Cain is on season 4 now, and Unique just came back because he's alive. No doubt in my mind he's Breeze. There's no doubt now. Like I figured it was either him or Ronnie was going to be Breeze, but they killed Ronnie off because the actor is doing other projects, so they had to get rid of the character. Unfortunately, he was a pretty interesting character. I was kind of sad to see him go. He was getting interesting too, so that's unfortunate. But the show must go on, as they say. Yeah, as much as I wanted James St. Patrick to return, I didn't think it was ever going to happen in this show. He could come back in force, maybe. And listen, Tariq ain't gonna call himself Ghost. He ain't gonna do it. He used father's guts. He ain't take on that damn Ghost. It's a cool thought, but like, yeah. Like, Tariq ain't got no experience in the streets. He's not hood. He's not a gangster. Tommy told him season 3 is like, hey, you gotta pick a lane. Gangster, civilian. All in or all out. Can't play both sides. Tariq keep talking about how he wants to settle down on stuff. Like, you can't do that if you're in the game. You gotta pick a lane. Like, every time I try to think about getting out, something crazy happened. Pulls him right back in. It's like his fault. That's what led to Ghost Undoing in the original series. Got all wrapped up in Angela's box and bit by bit just destroyed his life. All over a piece of ass. And that was all his fault. And Tariq's like, oh, I'm smarter, I'm better than him. Yeah. I would have needed at least one more season to really see that play out. This finale should have been like 2 hours because it's way too short. Too short. There's too many loose ends. Didn't feel like a series finale. The original series season 6 finale was like 2 hours. They tied up a lot of stuff. They left a lot open for the spin-offs. Left it open ended. This finale was open ended, but it was pretty rushed. I'm guessing Carter will be like shanked in jail or something because he's a cop killer. I'm shocked that Tariq didn't tell Rashad that Carter killed his brother because then what about Rashad? Where's he been all this time? That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. And that's kind of a cliffhanger that we're probably not gonna see the result. That result. That's unfortunate. overall, this is definitely my second favorite. This is my favorite of the spin-offs. Nothing really touches the OG Power series. All six seasons are complete gold, absolute gold. Some of the best television I've seen in a minute. Like before I started watching Power, I had no idea what to expect. Fortunately for me, the series had already pretty much been wrapped up by the time I started watching it. So I could just binge the whole series, and the very first episode, I understood exactly what James St. Patrick was. That's how good the writing was. That's how good the acting is. I understood exactly who he was in the very first episode. And it's kind of the same thing with 24. Like, you know exactly who Jack Bauer is in the very first episode of the series. Like, you don't need to, like, you didn't need to explain everything too much as you saw it. Unlike most movies today, we have to over explain everything or make a stupid prequel about it, like in Disney Wars. So, Raising Kanan is next, probably starting in December. I'm excited about that. Hopefully, that just keeps going on for a couple more seasons. Maybe they can introduce their young Tommy and Ghost. Kanan's still pretty young in Raising Kanan, so I don't think Ghost and Tommy will be around yet. But it would be kind of cool about like season 5 or 6, maybe get a mention of a kid called Ghost or something. Whenever he started calling himself Ghost, because James pretty much always been in the streets. Tariq is not from the streets. He's that spoiled kid of a rich guy. He's not hood. He's not street. He's not a gangster. Don't make no sense when they call himself Ghost. Again, a couple more seasons, maybe I could buy into it, but he has no experience in the streets. I mean, no one fears him like they fear Ghost when James runs the streets. Nobody fears Tariq. That's just that's okay because he's not Ghost. He's not his father. Doesn't have to be. That's what I always liked about the character. He doesn't want to be his father. And I understand that 100%. There's no need for that to happen. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they're doing with the Force. I'm kind of excited for that. That was a little bit more of a slower burn to get into. But because Tommy is the star of that series, I decided to give it a shot. It's pretty good. It's very different tonally, so it took me a while to get used to it. The best of the spin-off for me, probably Raising Kanan. Kind of set so far in the past, and Kanan's a funny ass character. Raising Kanan is definitely number one for the spin-offs. Then Ghost will be number two for me, and then Force is at the number three spot. It's probably the weakest of the spin-offs, but it's still decent. There's nothing against the actor because it's very different tonally, which is fine. And I like seeing different styles in the Power universe. So that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Uh, yeah, Tariq is not Ghost. That's fine. Got no problem with that at all. It would be kind of strange to start calling him Ghost when you know that the original Ghost, I guess, is still around. So yeah, James is still alive. He's out. So like, no make no sense for me, in my opinion, to call Tariq Ghost when His father's still out there. Tariq don't know that, which is the point. Because the way Ghost faked his death and all that stuff, something Tariq would never be able to do. Because he has no experience. He has no experience with that type of stuff. Like Ghost planned all this stuff years in advance. He knew he had enemies. He knew someone would take him out eventually. Didn't think it would be his own kid, but he planned for all of this years ago. Whereas Tariq is just basically getting by the skin of his teeth. So, man, Tariq is Tariq, and that's okay. There's only one Ghost. His name is James Impact.